Okay, we're live. I need to fix this weekend. I think I've been saying that for how many months or years. I need to actually dust. Oh, this is disgusting. Because I've got one of those like cloth kind of gamer desk covers or whatever. Like I got all this gamer furniture shit when it was COVID in Stockholm, and there were two PC stores, like gaming stores, on the street that we lived on in Stockholm, Sveavägen, or however you pronounce it. Which we were really fortunate to have that. But like supplies were low in 2020. Supplies, like everybody was buying. Finding a green screen was impossible. This wall is just cloth because I went to a traditional camera store in Stockholm and bought like I don't know, it's like 1,000 foot by 1,000 foot piece of green cloth that they use in traditional photography or whatever. And it's just nailed to this. I'm in this tiny little room that's an offshoot of an office we have, and I just tacked it up. If people ever come in here for any reason, it's a freak show of an office. So yeah, that's my story. I need to dust my shit. I need to take my computer apart, probably suck the dog hair out of it. And I need to check to see what kind of RAM I have in, because I currently only have 16 gigabytes or whatever you call them of RAM. That's not enough when trying to stream and Unity 6 and all sorts of stuff, as you guys have seen. So RAM's not that expensive. I'm hoping it's like, what is it? DDR4 or whatever, the old shit. I'm hoping it's just old shit and there's enough slots where I can like just add more to it and spend like $100 and get, whatever, 2 or 4 times the whatever performance RAM's going to help me with. So, but I really need to adjust tighten up this mic stand contraption, and I need to dust and shit. Normally fans, Frankenbean, Swanee, Chad Solo, Tannhauser, hello guys. So that's on my list of to-dos. I need to do that, and I want to make some no-bake oatmeal chocolate chip cookies. That's really been pressing this week. As you can tell from between last stream and this stream, headaches not as bad. I had like a tiny little one still last couple of days. I don't know what it is, man. Maybe it was just something passing through or whatever. But I feel a lot better today. If you're watching the VOD, thanks for being here. Don't forget to comment. Appreciate all the comments. I actually share. I go into our dashboard and I take big screenshots of all the comments and paste those in our Slack channel, our inspiration Slack channel, so that people can on the team can see them. Because typically it's like, me or Zukin or whoever's posting a video will see the comments and respond, but I do a lot of the clicking of like and responding to your comments. So I felt I could see all that cool shit that you guys see all the time, and it was weird the team didn't have more visibility, so a little while back just start pasting them into Slack. So if you say something stupid, I mean, I'm going to paste that as well. We don't delete comments, though there's some really old ones that aren't even bad that I never responded to, but I don't know how to get them off the dashboard, and they're just sitting there, and now I feel awkward because I don't want to like click like, which will actually make it, respond to it, makes it get off the dashboard based on the limited filter. And I didn't see an option for making it go away. I can't just like get them off the frickin' dashboard. But I don't want to like, I don't want to resurrect some like 2-year-old comment at this point that's arguing about like PvP or some shit. And I was just like, oh. And I don't want to delete it. So I'm they just sit at the bottom of the pile and I just don't touch them. I feel so guilty. So, oh man, I don't want to necro that shit. Sorry. Hey Lich, hey Quixana, Dozakar, Grimlost, hey Eric, Sarenth. Did you say PvP even without context? I just got real mad. I got real mad. Yeah, as you can tell, I'm feeling a lot better than Tuesday. I also had a checkup today, so that was good. They did ultrasounds of my veins and organs and hearts and hooked me up to monitors, and we'll see what happens with the blood work. Hopefully that's all good. But yeah. So I think, I don't know, man. Some blood pressure was awesome. 100/60. So that's good. I don't really get high blood pressure. I don't get worked up. My resting heartbeat's a little higher than it used to be at this point. But my resting heart rate, sorry, not heartbeat. Resting heart rate's 51. 51. Oh, sorry, that's the resting range. It's 55. Back when I was running a lot more in Stockholm, it was tight. I had it at 49. I felt like a fucking winner. So I hope you guys are having a good Friday. Hey, Smiley Bobber, Viro. We'll see. I sound way better now, but you know what? It could be that this little bit of coffee that I have with no sugar in it wears off and I just crash. And then we'll wrap it up for the night. But hopefully that's like an hour from now. May be able to. It sounds like Nick may be coming on. If Nick comes in, we may play, we may not. For me, it's just important. Like getting Nick on via voice to answer some of your questions is so good. So I was just like, hey, are you gonna be available? So even if we don't do like a little team play test, yeah, we may do like a little duoing action. Nick was just asking, but just even if we're just sitting here and I'm, sort of tooling around with something in the background in Unity or whatever, I think having him available to answer some, hey, Rugaroo, a little sword fighting. I think just him being able to hit some of your questions that I always have to like deflect on, or I kind of sometimes I'll be like I'm pretty certain I know the answer, but I don't want to be the one that like says it definitively, because what if something's changed or whatever. I don't need to, I'm not here to like put my stamp on everything. Hey Vulork, Move Free, what's up? Move Free, you just reminded me. At some point I've got this damn game Moonring that I want to play that I have not played, and I need to actually play it a little bit sometime soon. Seven gigs of updates, dude. We have so much stuff in progress right now. Even if we do a playtest, if we do a playtest sometime relatively soon, you're going to be seeing a lot of it in progress. But like, there's no avoiding that with some of these things. But like, we've got so much cool shit going on right now. Yeah. What's up, Dargeth? Dargeth said, Sean, save me from the drudgery of performance evals. Oh my gosh. Oh. There was a period where I think we lost a producer, and I was filling in for that producer basically as like the head of like content for the company. I had like all the design team on our main game. I had all of the leads, including QA, like every department essentially that fell under me, which included like QA, design, art, basically everybody but like tech and some of the support teams. The full design team, I think I had something like 25 or 30 reports that I had to do write-ups for, and the evals and the talks and all that. I mean, I dig it because it's an important thing, and I take the whole like providing feedback and stuff like that pretty seriously. But man, it was overwhelming. Are tunes persistent across playtests? They are mostly. We've hit a couple points where we, started over. I think even in the ones where we've like in the last time where we went to new characters, I believe we still preserved your old data, just in case we can do something with it or whatever. Thankfully, you only have to do 11 this year, not 28 like last 2 years. Yeah, dude, it's tough. Especially if you're actually putting some effort into it. What's up, all of us? Hey, Keith. Ollie, while we're here, Ollie sent me an article. I haven't read it yet, but he was like, oh, maybe you could have it on stream. Let me see what this is about. Alas, it's been estimated that PC Gamer, that WoW's $90 FOMO dinosaur amount probably made Blizzard around 15 to 17 million, and at this point, I think we all deserve to be here. That's a great, good job, Harvey Randall. Open the door, cash on the floor, everybody bought the dinosaur. Do you guys remember that? Do you remember the band that did that song? Open the door, cash on the floor. Everybody bought the dinosaur. Oh, what was the other song they did as well? There was another song that they did. Oh gosh. Now it's gonna, because it was Morris Day in the Time, right? Walk the Dinosaur or whatever. Was that Morris Day in the Time? No, it wasn't Walk Like an Egyptian. Morris Day and the Time. Dino. So. Was that, am I thinking of the wrong, was the dinosaur song somebody else? I just thought of this dude. I'm gonna click it, but I'm gonna have to immediately mute it so that I, okay, cool. So I don't have to deal with any YouTube shit. Was not was. Was that the band? Okay. Was not was band dinos. I was just thinking more Stay in the Time for some reason. Okay. Okay. I could see how I confused those two. I'm going to listen to, I'm making a radio station out of both of those on Spotify this weekend while I make oatmeal no-bake cookies and also clean my office. What's up, Zoidberg? How you doing, Tsunami-san? Yeah, for sure. All right, so let's finish this article. Frickin' Harvey Randall got us with the music reference. Late 80s through early 2000s, it'll get me every time. The article says, Dear reader, I have a lot of positive words to say about World of Warcraft recently. The way Blizzard and its developers have clawed their way back from the pits of hell and Shadowlands is downright commendable, and the game is in one of the best states it's been in years. Not perfect, mind you. Reward system is a little wobbly. Usual glitches, blah, blah, blah. But the $90 dinosaur mount temporarily added to the store, which had a huge quality of life feature snapped onto the side. It's the most brazenly transparently engineered microtransactional nonsense move I've seen out of the company in quite some time. It's utter complete rot. Selling a mobile auction house, blah, blah, blah. Okay, I get it. Turns out an estimate by Wowhead, it probably made Blizzard millions of dollars, nearly 17 million, though this number comes with some caveats, which I'll get into in a moment. How long is this article? Okay, we'll keep skimming it then. They basically mined the data, looked. Data for Azeroth has data for about 1 million accounts, and while it doesn't have data for the game's Chinese servers, it does have North America, Europe, blah, blah, blah. Radar.io, meanwhile, has a bigger sample of accounts, also tracks certain achievements. This is blah, 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 where the other website comes in. Data Azeroth, only, okay, yeah. All right, so this is a lot of explaining to basically say that they just took some data, looked at a percentage, extrapolated it out, and then that comes to roughly 188,000 players bought it. Okay, well, but that's the thing, right? Like, I mean, again, so if you're looking at that from just like a product standpoint, their product, now this doesn't count for like a negative, press or people that quit because they got pissed off about our blah, blah, blah. But just if you look at what they've got, a total addressable market. They toss out this crazy ass microtransaction. They get, for them probably, that's a decent uptake. And but it's like only 12%, but that 12% still translates to 17 million, I guess. Yeah. Cool. All right. It makes sense. But this is also like operating at a much, much, much smaller level, much smaller scale. Like I said, I've worked on the last two games I've worked on are very niche games. Relative to the overall market. Like, people wouldn't think of them if I ask them about MMOs. They're not going to be like, Dark Orbit or Star Stable or whatever. They might, if, depending on if they've got kids or whatever, they might know about Star Stable. But again, once you're dealing with a few 100,000 people each month, it doesn't have to be huge. Like, EverQuest in its prime got up to like 500,000. That's baller ass money if you're a small company. The last two companies I've been at, like those little projects that you never heard of, if they've, their one was essentially sort of velvet rope sub opportunities, but a lot of the money was made off of hard currency that was sold at Star Stable, and the other one was just straight free to play, very pay to winish. And when you've got 400,000 monthly active users, which both of them did while I was there, or 400,000 plus, and you just get a little percentage of pay users paying a decent average revenue per pay user. They, each of those games was making $1.5 million to $2 million a month. Again, if you've got low operating expenses, thanks, Keith. If you got lower operating expenses, you've got a business, right? Like, so. Hey, Chinny, Throbgrave, Unranking, Kenji. Who else is here? XV. Yeah, so in EQ's prime, like, in all this bullshit that, blah blah blah, pop killed EQ, all that stuff. We've covered it before, but if you're new here, go look at the charts. We've had people post the charts and links to the charts in here, and we've looked, and it's definitive. WoW killed basically WoW. It didn't kill EQ. EQ's on expansion 300 this year or something, and it's got a player base that's making them cash, right? It's making EG7 some cash, just like DCUO and just like Lord of the Rings Online, and just right, like. But the thing that kind of hit EQ and it finally drops on the charts was WoW came out. WoW was, at the time, just a natural, that was the thing to transition over to. And EQ2 was there as well, but I just don't think EQ2 really pulled that many EQ people. It was really WoW, right? You saw the Exodus. We had 2 weeks to finish the whole game. Fury gave us 2 weeks. We didn't deliver. We couldn't fix everything and beat WoW with EQ Live in 2 weeks. So you know, the FOH and the Legacy of Steel and everybody else, you know, they moved on to what honestly at the time was just a better game. So but the point of all that shit was during its heyday, $15 times 500,000, that's like what there was. Sony Online was like 7 studios, 500 plus people, distributed across like the US. We had a joint venture in Taiwan with Gamania. All of that was being paid for with EQ money for the most part, right? So that's a lot. So the idea of like really reaching for the stars and trying to get to a point where we have like a small fraction of that, but a decent amount to help us build a business and not turn into like a fucking, you know, 150 unnecessary people. Yeah. A girl can dream. Oh shit, I should have made a new character. I need to coordinate with Nick. I need to stop babbling and I need to get Nick. I need to get into voice and then maybe he'll pop in and talk. Yeah, I'll hop in on the Cleric. How's my head? A lot better. Still a little bit of headaches, but I mentioned it at the beginning of the stream. I don't think it's anything. I think, I don't know. It was, who knows? Ollie said he had a headache at that time as well. It was like a new moon. Maybe it was lunar. It was a lunar condition. Keith, thanks for those thanks for the Mandrake videos and stuff. That was the edits are really cool. It's nice to get those out. It's a shame you have 10 other things on your plate. Very important things. Big things, I'm told. Some of the biggest. All right, now that I made it into game, let me immediately log back out and I'm continuing to familiarize myself with this English keyboard. Talad said, I really enjoyed WoW until ICC. I've got to say, like, I don't want to sound false by like speaking to the fact that I enjoyed it, because I suck so bad at remembering shit. But I've got to say that, yeah, I was blown away, and I really did like it a ton up until I think it was like until Wrath, and then I actually was starting to get judged a little bit more for, you know, getting in random groups and being judged for not being super great. But like I actually tried. I was like, I was at the time I only really ever played my hunter to any respectable level, but like I would go to Elitist Jerks and like try to read up like what's the best rotation and how do I do this and you know like what add-ons, like all that. I was really honestly wanting to be good. But the problem was I didn't want to sit at my desk most of the time. So a lot of times I was playing on a laptop in my living room next to my future ex-wife. And like I have a bad habit of watching TV. And so like in playing. And so I you know, those things don't necessarily mix well, and then I would do that on some raids and maybe not stand in fire or whatever. And in front of all these like industry people, because it was like industry people guild and they were taking it real seriously, but I'm watching fucking, you know, the entire series of The Wire for the 4th time, or The Shield or something like that, and my lap's getting real sweaty, and yeah, so I didn't take it serious enough. My office was way upstairs. The timing was bad. If I was just getting divorced sooner in that relationship, I would have been so good at WoW, and I would be able to tell you guys so many cool stories about the stuff I remember about the game. But I did not get divorced on time. It was the start of get good or be gone. It was, and most people just told me to be gone. They didn't like that I was a big floppy. I thought I was so cool. I was a floppy cow. I could feign death. I had, you know, cool little pets and stuff. But it wasn't it wasn't meant to be. WoW from launch to Burning Crusade is one of those magic times for me personally. Right on, Smiley Bobber. I just thought it was beautiful. It was very immersive. It just felt so smooth. Naturally, I mean, there was broken shit and missing content and tech issues and queues and all that stuff early on, but they figured that out well. I was rooting for those guys because we knew some of them and had met them and went to dinner with them and was totally rooting for them. You know, I had aspirations to start a new game at the time, so it was like, oh well, you know, they're doing great, but there's no like didn't want to try to like move to Irvine and be a part of the team or whatever. But some of the dudes that left our team were some of my favorite people, you know, that went up there. I remember Steve Burke wound up going up there pretty early on and getting on the team. I can't remember the name of the dungeon, but he worked on like one of the more sort of beloved dungeons. And yeah, so hey Liz Biscuits, how you doing? Thought of you the other day. My mom said she was knitting like some granny squares or something, and I was like, oh man, I need to tell her all about the lace that you make. You crochet them? Yeah, she's doing something with yarn and metal, lady. Don't you don't you sass me. I'm feeling so much better than Wednesday. I'm gonna release these VODs over the weekend, and if you watched the VOD that probably came out yesterday, and you're watching today, then you can stop worrying about my health. Like I said, I went to the doctor today, got all sorts of ultrasounds and scans and blood work, and assuming the blood work comes back as good as usual, I'm perfectly fine. I'm a healthy specimen. As a EQ player, did WoW combat not bother anyone else? Honestly, at the time as a EQ player, that was kind of what I was looking for at the time, right? Like, I wanted something, you know, it was nice. It was felt more ARPG. It was more visceral. It's faster. Everything felt a little cleaner. The thing that bothered me when I went in, and well, I mean, it didn't bother me too much, but it kind of like, the thing that really stood out to me as the thing that I didn't like as much was, it just didn't feel like there was a lot of, didn't feel like there was much mystery. And just powering through quests and constantly sort of moving and not appreciating a place made me Nick summoned me. Like made me wish that there was more of that. And then I started to realize, oh man, I actually like camping. All these years we were talking about, how do we get rid of camping? How do we get rid of camping? That was not what we needed to do, actually. But then the next game I actually worked on after some failed attempts at getting something going at SOE was DC Universe Online. And I mean, you saw that. That's like, that is action, you know, it's real time, physics based action combat. Excuse me. Oh yeah, wait, I gotta talk to him. Hail targeted. Do I actually need anything?
I don't think so.
Okay, I was about to say. The only thing I need, they don't have, which is... And hi, Nick. Let me actually pause the music and go back to... What I need is another monitor so I can do multiple things at once. Go ahead and say something again, Nick.
Hello? Testing? 1, 2, 3.
Cool. Let me turn you up. And then I'll just turn the game sounds down. I'm just going to turn you up to max. You should be good now. You should be louder. What level are we going to be? You said 40 something?
48.
48. Some of the functionality we've had in game, like, it's so helpful, man. Like, just how useful our help command is and stuff. It just blows my mind compared to other stuff I've worked on. What is it? Is it belt 3? I always mess this up.
Yeah, belt 3, one word.
I always get
But
this
there's a space between that. Yeah.
Let's see. There was a question asked that was actually, there are a couple good questions. Let me hit those before we get much further. I don't want to ignore you guys. I agree. Death Rider said, I don't know, grinding in WoW felt more tedious than grinding in original EQ. It's just different. I mean, I guess I kind of agree. It was just different. I mean, I enjoyed grinding through quests for a while, but since then I've definitely really settled on enjoying camps more. Do you plan to make old zones still viable, either for trade skills, etc., even after a player base moves on from it? Yeah, absolutely. We're gonna try a number of things to see if we can nail that. One is we do have a nice range of levels of content in a given zone, so there's just the obvious reasons to come back. Trade skill and resources and stuff that'll be a focus for our trade skill person, and as we're balancing, and a lot of passing through, right? Again, one of the reasons why we've done some of the things we've done with regards to like merchants and where we're gonna offer certain utility versus not, with the reasons why we've done that is to keep cities as viable as possible. We really want cities to feel not like starter cities that you start at and then move away from, but really like they're cities in the world, right? So, and that's especially the case with Night Harbor. Night Harbor's got a shitload of content in it, and it's going to have even more. Curious how you all planned the stress test. Is it possible to have a schedule? I missed the last few. Don't really have much social media. If you're on the mailing list, we're gonna try to make sure we do a better job of giving you advance notice on mailing lists. I think we're at like 8,000 people on the mailing list now, so they deserve that if they're not following Discord, and then we let people know in Discord. Okay. Let me catch up here with Nick. Let's see.
You'll have to forgive me. It's taking a little bit to set up this necromancer. I haven't played one this high level before.
No, it's actually good. That way I don't feel bad about being the one that you're waiting on. And I mean, we're here to play, but we're also, it's fun to be able to just answer some questions.
Mm-hmm.
Skeletal, hey, I don't know that we know each other. It says first time chat, but oddly enough, we had just Goblin had just linked your video in our Slack, and so it's on the list to watch this weekend and see what you got to say. Looked like you were talking about Pantheon, which is cool. Almost.
Yeah.
Wait, I've seen your videos. Yeah.
I've got that video up on my second monitor too, waiting to play that later.
I think I saw you through an Asmon video at one point. I'm fairly certain. Would that be the case? Would that be true? Like everything's starting to come together in my brain. Yeah, I made something discussing Pantheon, and a viewer of mine told me about your game. I was very much interested. Nice. Appreciate it. Nick, I'm gonna need maybe some advice at this level as well. So Sacred Barrier, I'm assuming. Replace Exalted, if I had to guess.
Yeah, and then upgrade your impart. That's the big one. Impart and your HP buff. And maybe the res spell or something.
Okay. Let's see.
By the way, you might want to do another spell book just to toss in this crate here.
Okay, yeah. The SI. Cool, it's just spell book. Let's see. Which game's closer to full release, this one or Pantheon? Does anyone know? Silverlock asked. I mean, they're already in early access, and we don't go into early access until next year. So I would take that as them being a bit further along, right? We've got a big world that we want to make. So our 1.0 Our 1.0 will be content-wise. It's gonna be some work. Systems-wise, we'll see. Skeletal says, in fact, I reached out via Twitter to see if anyone on the team would want to talk about the game podcast style. No pressure, by the way, to say anything right now. Oh, right on. Yeah, get with Nick and Ollie and see what they think. Hey, Grums, thank you for the follow, and Skeletal, thank you for the follow. All right, so where was I? Supplication. We probably want that. Hey, what's up, Ollie?
If you want to hit some stuff,
I probably
but
won't this time around.
yeah, I don't know that you need it for this kind of group. Maybe
Impart favor on target. So
unless you want to try to get some like procs off the supplication with the Holy Strike.
I'm curious about it.
I was testing that out. I don't know that I exactly like the feel of it, so I might be tweaking that soon.
Okay, so we'll do that. Do crates have an actual visible timer on them so I can tell when they rot? And can I put items in a locked chest on my character and open it on another of the same account?
They don't have a visible timer yet. That's probably something we'll add, or some kind of mechanism there so that you don't get completely screwed over. And can you put items in a locked chest on one character, open on? If it's a personal crate, I don't believe so. I think it has to be a public one or like a guild one or maybe even a group one. But I don't know. Maybe we could make the personal ones like account bound or something. Yeah, we gotta kind of flesh out some of the details on that because
I mean,
they're in a placeholder state, very much so.
if the thought going into it is to swap items over more easily, we've talked about shared bank slots, like, so if that's the main reason for wanting to do it, that might be resolved in some other way. Yeah, gear transfer. Yeah. I feel like I'm missing. Nick, whiz items. I probably at this level, like my mana. Oh, okay, my mana pool is 2145. Heals. I have a better than exceptional heal, right? I think I just didn't load it.
Sorry, what was that?
I currently have exceptional heal loaded. Did I? Is there a? Or is that it? Because if that's it, I'm not arguing. It's I can get 10 of them off.
I would use.
That's our minor.
You have
Something.
impart favor. Is that right?
Yep.
That
That's
should
it.
probably be your most efficient heal, but it obviously takes more time.
Okay. We'll see. I
How much
mean,
does it heal for? And how much mana is it?
impart favor was let me look. I think it was like 600. No, 1200.
Oh, that's big, yeah.
And then exceptional is 700 with a mana cost of 200. Okay, I mean they seem fine. Skeletal. Hey Croc, it's Ollie. That's Ollie. That was the gentleman I was just mentioning actually. Like what you're seeing right now though. Keep it up. Hey, there's no telling how this playtest will go or what you'll see. But if you're curious and you've got time, we post pretty much every VOD on YouTube. There's a ton of stuff. You can find some different playtest ones, and that'll show things off better until you can get in and actually hop in on a playtest yourself. Keep testing. Thanks for the follow. Oh yeah, I was supposed to set up a book, huh? The easiest way to do that is to scribe. What slot would that one be? What if I just hold it? I mean, but that's a belt slot. So belt 1. Grab all spells, belt 1. Yeah. If that worked. Okay, cool. And now actually put one of these in the box. Or change the order with which I'm doing things. Cool. What's in the box? I need to turn up my game sounds apparently. How's that sound? Is that too loud or are you guys good? Hey Poon, what's up Costanza? Hey, thanks for popping in, keep testing. Justin Beard, what's going on, buddy? Right on, I hope everything went well. I have nothing to eat. I should probably... I'm gonna cheat and just give myself some food. Get things set up again. Blitz Lexicon said, go Bob. It's weird saying it out loud. It's one thing to read it. Go Bob is a great skeleton name. Feels pretty classic, right? Do you plan for more uses of stamina? Non-mailing classes seem to have no use for it besides jumping and swimming. It's a good question. Let me unlock this. Move some stuff around so that you can actually see it. Middle mouse button that to minimize the size. Actually, I'll put that up here. Cool. Do you expect people to have more than an extra spellbook for corpse recoveries? More than one spellbook? Yeah, it definitely helps, right? People already make multi-spell books for corpse recoveries, Poon said. Yeah, again, it's one of those things where it's just fun putting in a little challenge, but then giving you guys all sorts of ways to, I mean, just use your own agency to, there's any number of ways of kind of recovering from that potential failure. So those of you that are new here, welcome. If you haven't watched any VODs and you don't know a ton about the game, please keep in mind that we're still rocking a lot. Well, most of what you're seeing is placeholder textures still. We're having those discussions right now and just like trying to get the textures which I showed off on the last stream. Showed off one of our new textures. I'm just getting those rolled out, so that's kind of top of our mind at the moment because, you know, for the most part, we're in a decent, nice first pass spot with a lot of the geo and other stuff that's fairly representative. But then once you see it with the new textures on, that'll really start to show the game. Now, character models and NPCs and things like that, those are good to go. It's just environments. We're catching up a little bit. So Nick and I are playing. I've never played a cleric at this level in our game. We're playing level 48. Nick's a Necro. I'm a cleric. And yeah, we're just gonna see what happens up here. I don't think I've legit played up here before. Read the roadmap as well, so mostly caught up. Right on. Did you see our early access FAQ? This is the glass flats. That is correct. See if I can type it in. I'm not going to risk it. FAQ. I just typed it in game. That's not helpful. FAQ. Please spend the rest of the game's budget on developing the male troll model. Malgavites, do you realize that there is no budget, right? Like that's... but my wife did just get home, so I could ask her for see if she would forward a couple months allowance, and then we can... Yeah, if we're going to spend anything, it's not going to be the male troll. Female troll is kind of sexy as well.
So this camp ahead of us is a little bit lower level. We're gonna try to invis past it, see what happens.
Yeah, okay.
Let me know if your invis starts breaking.
I will. Are you invis?
Yeah. Oh, is there a bug? Yeah, I'm invis.
Okay. Scuttle said, read the FAQ, the roadmap, joined Discord, and installed the client. I think that should say something about my excitement. That says a lot. And again, it's really cool to see you here. I literally just saw your video get posted while I was like restarting my machine and getting ready to stream tonight. So, and if you are who I think you are, then I've seen your stuff before, and cool, man. I'm excited to watch the video. Dr. Foes said, found out about this game from Pantheon streamer. Wasn't sure about trying the game, but then someone mentioned Ogre Monk, so I'm gonna try the game. Nice. Beginning to appear. We got a minute before this roamer gets here. I mean, we could always just kill him, but...
Seems like there's a line of sight kind of issue over here. Should take a look at that.
Chinny, was it you that put the flowers up here?
Let's actually backtrack. Go behind this roamer.
Okay. I think these guys, they should have their abilities and stuff set up. All right, I need to improve my posture, get into pay attention mode. Hopefully I just have to hit the one button. Haven't touched the lovely glass flats. See you, smiley bobber. Good luck with your chili. Need to see myself.
Hopefully fear works good over here.
This seems like a fear here is going to be interesting. Yeah, we have no idea how this is going to path or anything. Like, I did the population work here months ago, and I haven't like legit played it ever. So we'll see. That just melted that guy. I am in the client today, Tupac. Will surnames be a thing in M&M? Menace, yes. You can see it's a little bit smoother than when I'm in the editor, right? I'm gonna do this and see what happens. My UI just gets discombobulated all the time because I'm doing wacky stuff. It's not as bad as in the editor though. Hey, AutoKey. Everybody welcome AutoKey. AutoKey is a new animator on our project. But not new to animation. He's actually an old dog.
Oh, make sure your aggro's on.
It should be. I roached out last time, but I didn't actually cheat. But maybe just in case, aggro. I'm not sure if I like did any additional testing with this character or not. Scuttle said, just read all the work you done on EQ. Mad respect. Thank you for all the hard work for this game too. Hey, thank you. It's literally my honor and pleasure in both cases. But yeah, if you haven't seen the old EQ videos, you can find them here. Okay. I'm going to mute for a second while Jasmine gets into our very noisy dog food freezer. Just keep in mind, she rarely warns me when she comes back. She always warns me in advance, but then she comes back and it's just like... See me here. I'm making myself nervous with this edge right here. Oh no.
Pull back.
Yeah. Looks like the angle characters can travel at's a bit steep. Is that intentional? I don't know if this one's like this steepness specifically is. It feels like, well, for NPCs it's a different set of rules than for us. But like, I think it's just one of those things where maybe we're just a little off. That said, I'll be honest with you, just personally speaking. Finding a little something like this every once in a while, it's kind of fun, right? Where you're like, I don't think I'm supposed to be up here, but ooh, I wonder if I can come up here and like peek and surveil. Shit like that, just little opportunities to feel like you're cheating, but you're not actually breaking the game is kind of cool. What do you think, Nick?
Yeah, as long as it's not too excessive, I think that's okay. It's kind of intentional in a way too. I thought we had discussed about being okay to climb signs that were. 'Cause I mean, you do that a lot in EverQuest, right?
Yeah. Nick, are you away from your mic?
Maybe, yeah. Is that better?
Yeah. Sound like you had backed up a little bit. Eat your mic, Liz. Hey now, watch out. Getting a little wild on a Friday. Hopefully. Cool. Alright, cool. Getting a feel for it. EQ's the MMO that made you fall in love with the genre. So you've been on the lookout for a new game that recaptures the same essence, but is also new. Well, there's a decent number of people in that camp, right? Hopefully good for us, good for Pantheon, good for Eco, good for folks that are making these types of games. But yeah, 100%. I've told the story, if you watch interviews, you'll probably run into it like 5 times, but told the story of the first like 15 minutes in playing EverQuest. No bullshit, just those first few minutes in EverQuest, outside of the Kanos city gates, it became nighttime, it started raining, I was yelling for my girlfriend at the time to come look. I was like, those are real people, holy shit. I was sold. That was when I decided I have to move to California and actually be a part of the industry. Like within just those first minutes of, oh gosh, playing the game, I was like, we got to go to California. And I was in Alabama at the time, so that was kind of, it was a trek. So am I. It changed the course of my life for sure. What's up, D Loves Pudding? How you doing, buddy? Serious cliff fighting. We may need to fix that a little bit. What a cliffhanger. Wow, Lasava. Will this heal actually do its job in time? We'll see. I'm just realizing I'm getting a little low on mana, but we're fine.
Me too.
Is the fear direction random? I feel like he's heading towards the camp. It might be a bit scary. That is our advanced NPC AI. He knows what he's doing. Oh shit.
We got our Pather behind us too.
I mean, we could always root and camp.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh shit, no. Oh no, the road captain's coming too. Oh no. Oh wait. I might be cheating right now. I might be cheating. I think I'm cheating. I apologize. I guess I did test something on this guy. I'm no longer invulnerable. That explains at least that. I was like, why am I not? I feel bad now.
You just try to run away and camp, and I'll train these guys away.
Okay. I have to slash kill myself now? I don't think those are rules, buddy.
Yeah, you just try to camp.
DA cliff dive. You have a point.
Yeah, I would try that actually. Because I had to feign. We try to fear these guys again.
Okay. Sadly, your pathing allows that. It allows that for now, huh? Tupac said we've had to do that for Glass Flats, Sungreed Strand Goblins. Oh, right on. All right, I'm getting into pay attention mode. Dr. Foes, thank you for the follow. While we recover, I may actually run a quick bio break, but let me... Should have Ice Spirit so you really don't have any mana left. Listen, in this situation, I think my group and I were in alignment on what the action to be taken was. Goblin, welcome to my world on that one. Goblin said, sorry, I'm like 2 to 3 weeks late to the memes. At least you recognize the meme though, right? Like, people say stuff in here and I'm just kind of like, what does that mean? What are you talking about? Will we have camera shake near giants? We could. I'd be curious when we're fighting in like a giant area if that just means the camera's shaking the whole time. What does that mean? What does that even mean? Okay, I'm gonna sit right here and like recover for a second. You guys picked let me start over. You guys picked an excellent name for the game, easy to remember, great references, and also makes for a great acronym to recall. Hey, thanks. You know what? We're trying. Gosh darn it. Here. Oh, banged his head on the mic. Alright, just so we don't forget today, because people were asking about him. They were worried that maybe he wasn't around anymore or something. They hadn't seen him on stream in a while. Well, your presence is completely thrown off the green screen, buddy. Oh man, you can package that smell. Currently appearing as at least 2 gods in the game. Yes. He is the god of war. Husky head air freshener. Keep testing. That would be, we'd make millions. We'd be able to pay for M&M, no problem. DevGame364, thanks for the follow. Sorry I missed that earlier. You know, that is not the good smelling end though, buddy. No. No air freshener on that end. Keep your tail down. Go on. Oh, yeah, that makes sense, okay. If we had God of Mischief in character select, that would be a good one. Both ends are stinky on that one. His food is, he just eats raw meats and like raw fish and stuff, so stinky on both ends. But the middle, amazing. What about an RNG character creator? Just completely random everything. And every time you die, it randomizes again. That was my favorite Overwatch mode. Oh my gosh, I could spend all weekend playing. If you worship the god of mischief, it just randomizes your character every time you die. Listen, don't give us ideas. If you worship the god of mischief, it just randomizes your inventory every time you die. And spellbook. Oh man. What would be the perk though? What's the upside? Just the fun of it? Random illusions, fireworks, the lulz. Kekius, the god of mischief. Cagematic said, man, work's been nuts today. Weird on a Friday. Robot and everyone, how are you bros? We're doing good. Yeah, Jasmine was saying work was crazy for her as well. Yeah, doctor's office. I was at the doctor's office earlier. It was also a little crazy, a little nuts. How many patients did you have today? She had 14 patients, and today is a half day. Fridays are half days for them. Which... And that kind of thing is not uncommon. She's a dental surgeon. So fortunately, a lot of them were just like her, you know, doing quick consults and stuff like that. But it's crazy how many patients they can go through. Love the spell effects. Zukin's doing a really great job. Crazy how many people with teeth there are. Yeah, it's good job security. Now I don't leave the house at all and wait until I see Sean goes live. Actual highlight of your week. Oh, that's sweet. I feel like we just became best friends. Crazy at my work, can't complain because I work full time from home since COVID, and will for as long as I work for this company. That's solid. What do we got on the docket for today? Just doing with Nick. You guys, hey, Nick's actually in Discord. He can answer questions. If you guys have questions about stuff that usually I'm like, I don't know, you know, ask Nick or ask Ollie or whatever, fire them away. If you got some class questions, if you got systems, items, all sorts of stuff that you're curious about, ask questions. More people to bother about the game? Heck yeah, exactly. Lich said, Nick, when are you going to start streaming game design again?
I have enough time.
Yeah, you just got busier again.
Yeah.
What did you not like about the Holy Strike plus Supplication interaction?
Just feels like, I don't know, like it feels active, but not in a good form of active. Like, oh, I want to stand up and hit this thing, and it's just not relaxing to play a healer in that way, I guess. I don't know. But it felt too mandated because it's mana regen when you proc it. I don't know. It felt counterintuitive to the vibe, but we'll see.
Have you guys talked about this before? I think there may be a lot about it. Are you guys going all out for epic quests? Yeah, the thing with epic quests though, they'll really benefit from us having more of the world available. So it's something that you shouldn't expect for early access. It'll be more when we get closer to 1.0. I've got dog hair up my nose now.
You want to placate one of these?
Sure. You know what? I need to actually load placate. I don't know what it is. I'm looking unfamiliar with the sim. There it is. Oh. Not the best slot for it, but. I'll wait for that one guy to pass away. Puddin', don't pick on Nick. Will we do racial quest? Yeah. I think you already you'll see that just as we're adding more like wood elves and stuff like that. You'll start to see that come on with the different areas. Dargit said, definitely feel epic quests can come later. Having cool class quests mid-game, like Ivy Edged Armor stuff, would be great though. Those could be possibly more regional. Yeah, that makes sense. I put in a random quest just the other day because we were talking about mud actions, and so I was like, let me just put in. Did I just placate myself? Yes, perfect. I swear how did I accidentally click on myself? And so the actual reward for that quest could wind up being a little more specific. Poon, now why are you picking on Nick? Listen, that is not a good way to have Nick want to come hang out with us and answer your questions. Is there a spell or a perk a healer could take where standing mana regen is on par with sitting in combat, or is that way too much mana regen? Goblin asked. What do you think, Nick? That sounds overpowered, but...
Is there? No, there isn't. That was the question, right? Is it? Is there one?
You're right. It is. Is there? I read it as it could there be. Rougarou, mages can summon those.
What was the question? Sorry.
Maybe they can have a sort of stone of mana that clicks for mana. Basically, maybe they can have mana stones.
We have those,
Hmm.
but don't we?
Yeah,
I mean,
mages.
yeah.
We were abusing them in the last playtest. What is your mana regen as a gnome while mounted on a bat backwards, upside down, taint forward? Swanee? See image in Discord. I've already got the mental image. I don't need it. How is mana regen with a full group with all the mana regen stuff? Like, what does it cap out at this point?
I think it's pretty good. I'd imagine.
Blitz
Got
asks. Oh, go ahead.
You've got Elementalist, Water Pet Aura. You've got Bard. Got Enchanter. Sorry, Bard Mana Song and Enchanter Crackline. Other classes have stuff like Necromancers have like their kind of like Death Pact kind of abilities. So there's, I mean, it's pretty decent for sure. Yeah, you've got Elementalist Mana Stones and
They're just going for it. That is not necessarily working as intended. They're just going for it.
they're still a hybrid, but so there's some shared abilities, but there's more emphasis on making what is unique about them unique. You can placate that one on the right, the far one.
And we got that brigand right there. Nope.
Rip the one behind.
Yep.
Oh. Actually, we could just kill that one. It's fine.
Ah, sorry. You had him feared? Okay.
That's fine.
Let's see. There was a question earlier. Blitz said, do you have plans for a 3D space target indicator of some sort? I have the hardest time knowing what I'm targeting. P99 is a non-EQ player. There may be some different things that we can do to make it a bit clearer. That's just not the big blazing, blaring look. You know, it's early 2000s ring on the ground. So if there's some nice, beautiful, subtle, almost subconscious level, but still works to let you know what it is, then that would be cool. All right, now they're going down the hill this time. Sun like bloom on the target blocks out the whole screen. Yes. Perfect. Ship it. This looks like such a fun camp, fighting along a narrow cliff edge like this. Oh, this is just the beginning of a pretty decent sized camp, to be honest. So this area that you see out here, it's that's the first of 2 of these ledge camps. And then there's actually a cave network in here with some stuff in it. So this is a whole area. I think this area, if I had to guess, this area was it could probably easily support between, I don't know, man, like 5 and 8 groups. I don't remember. It's been a while since populated it, but somebody asked something about this being glass flats earlier. Sorry, I didn't mean to ignore you. Yeah, it's a glass flats.
Pop really close to us.
I almost just went right off the cliff. Sorry, your pet's probably about to die. Oh no, we're good. Dude, I almost just walked right off the damn cliff. Lemon says, imagine applying to be a highwayman, but they only hire you as a highwayman prospect. You gotta do your time as a prospect. Would either of us be up for an interview in the near future? We'll have to talk about it. It would be cool if we could do an interview. It'd be cool if we could get at least 2 or 3 of us at once. But if you're in Discord, you like just hit us up. We'll connect and we'll do a little group DM. We can chat. Yeah, it's worth asking. I appreciate you asking. It's cool of you. Oh, he is running for it. Crap. Where's he going? Okay, good. There is somebody that just said something. I was going to respond to it before I almost ran my ass off the cliff. Oh, respawn. We need more ledges like this, so it is a lot of fun to play on. Are respawns the same time in all zones, or some shorter, longer? It's not zone by zone, but it is zone type at the moment, if I'm not mistaken.
No, it's zone by zone.
Is it like every zone's got a slightly different one, or? I thought we were mainly just doing like dungeon and...
No, they're different.
Okay, cool. There you go. Does Campfire provide a stat buff?
No.
It's just giving
us... provides an XP buff.
Yeah, XP... Does it not have a regen buff as well, or just XP?
No.
Okay.
It's XP.
Thanks, Skittle. Speaking of Nick, I was gonna mention it to you guys. I did a weird thing just for, I don't know, kind of for fun. With one of the camps in Vaz. I don't know how to work out, but I think it'll be interesting. Basically, I just didn't how to explain the justification for it. Anyway, the end result is I've got these beetles that are these tomb burrowers. The fiction is they go in, they burrow around until they get into like lost tombs, and they eat stuff that they find in there. Anyway, they have a wander with a pause that then goes to an emote that indicates that they're burrowing back into the ground and they despawn. But since it's on a wander, and it's like, I think I turned it up a little bit because it really wasn't showing at like 10% very well. So like, 30% chance to basically stop and then burrow back into the ground. And so it really kind of changes the feel of the place there. There's a lot of them, but it doesn't necessarily feel like it. But then if you're there fighting and killing them, then you can start to build something that feels a little bit more like a rotation, like of pulls. And then they've got a couple of silly rares that can happen at the various camps, which again, if they're despawning and re-rolling, then that may pop up. But anyway, it's just like a, I wonder what it'd feel like if they were also just kind of randomly, despawning and then repopping other places kind of thing last night. Felt fun at the time. I don't know what it'll play like though.
Sounds cool.
Was it delayed?
Yeah. Sorry, I was just gonna read Dargis. Will the delayed heals for clerics get a VFX, like stun/charm get? I was wanting something like that. Yeah, it wouldn't. I don't think it would necessarily be a persistent effect, but when it ticks, there would be a VFX flourish, and there would also hopefully be a sound effect when it ticks as well. That's kind of subtle. So yeah.
Hey Chango, what's going on? Liz said, "Go me, I finished Triangle 17 out of 72 on my lace project." Ugh, man, that's so much work. Liz, in the meantime, Jasmine's not only been sewing and knitting, she whipped up some quick carpentry to make a shadow box for my dad's flag. Cut the plexi and everything. It looks amazing. And then has been getting into leatherworking. But she's staying busy on the crafting. Real life trade skills, exactly. So we've noticed a trend with her. She's also an excellent shot. Got her into shooting. So basically, if it requires like mechanical skills, this either it's because she's been a dental surgeon for so long, or maybe it's just she's just very into precise stuff with her hands. Is there anything she can't do? No. Sing, draw, make up stories. That's my job. No, you can dance. You're fine. If she was Washington's dentist, that would make her a carpenter too. It's a fair point. I think we did discuss that because we're getting a 3D printer. I was like, you could probably print people new dentures, right? In a worst case scenario. But you're right, she could just carve them. As the game gets fleshed out, we see, will this wall be scalable, or will it unscalable, or will it stay as is? Sounds like Simon may hit it with a little unscalable, because as much as it's fun to exploit every once in a while, having your mobs go up there, and it's kind of a pain in the ass, and there's no telling where we could actually get to, and that's probably walls in general. I mean, we were saying earlier, we want it to be pretty forgiving because it's fun. It's fun to go exploring and finding weird shit. But we just got to watch that it's not too forgiving and then you break things. What's up, Chip? Nope, you didn't miss a ton. Just chilling. Boss said to get a bamboo. Everybody's crying about the recent thing that happened, but we went ahead and ordered one anyway. Every review basically said if you're just starting out, it's probably the best thing you can do, so. Shango said bamboos are great. I have 5. Why do you have 5? Do you make stuff for people, or are you just... make props from games and films? Oh, cool. So, like, do you sell them, or do you just have a lot of props in your house? Yeah, Chip, it seems like it. Region ticks server-based or character-based? Server-based, right?
I think they're player-based.
Is it?
Yeah. And in fact, I was looking at my mana regen. I think the buffs are also separate, like based on when you put them on. Because I think I was getting 2 mana regen ticks.
Sell them, and my son does cosplay, so I make it for him. Oh, that's badass, man. That's super cool. Boss has an XE1. We just got the P1S. That seemed like the best one for us. And it's my birthday, so Jasmine went ahead. She's chipping in for the AMS as well. Correct me if I'm wrong, but if it's server-based, it would mean you could run and sit before taking and keep running.
You can still do that. It's just based off of the player instead of the server. So everyone ticks at whatever time +6 from when they logged in or whatever.
In March, Frankenbeans, you should need a mountain goat mount to go up that wall. Can we make that happen?
Oh, my feign death failed.
Oh, I just almost backed off.
There's a third spawn there.
Need guardrails for me? No, that wouldn't be fun. Like, I've got to fall to my death at least once this session, right?
Getting that off of you.
See you, Death Rider. Region is done for all clients on the same tick schedule on the server. Okay, maybe that's what I was thinking. There was something else that was just said.
I'm gonna place torches along the edge so you
It's not my problem. It's not that I don't see it. It's just doing wacky shit and not paying attention well enough. I have one eye on chat and like just hitting the wrong keys. But this is still very nice of you. Very inviting. In case people can't find the secret bandit camp. These guys are pretty high level. When we run through the the camp list, if we decide that we have enough content at this level, it wouldn't necessarily be a bad thing if we reduce our level. But right now we've got a ton of stuff in the 20s and 30s now as well, so like fictionally I guess it can go either way. Oh, the question about my birthday, it is in March. We still have time. Then I'll officially be 50. Weird.
let's try to invis past these again.
Okay.
See what we could get into.
See you, Skeletal. I'll keep an eye out for the DMs like when we get out of here. I'm not looking at Discord at the moment, but we'll follow up with you. DM Wyvern, just want to stop by and send some love to Robot and M&M team. You guys, you're doing something special. Keep going. Hey, thank you. OG Ponytail said, I will officially be 60 in March. What day? Mine's the 19th. 16th, right on. I was supposed to have been born on the 17th. They even named me for it. Like, I was supposed to be born on the 17th. My name is Sean Patrick. And then I just didn't bother. I have one son, 17, one son, 26. Oh, of March. Nice. Sapara Maturia, thank you for the follow. Mage or Problems asks, is this game out? No, we're just playing on our development server and hanging out a little bit on a Friday. Here, if I can. Here's a link to our FAQ. It gives all the relevant dates and stuff like that. Chango asked, any plans to add musical note effects to bards rather than spell effects? I think in the past Zukin has answered this in a pretty diplomatic way. Like, we'd have to look at the sprites and see if they look cool. And if they look kind of janky, then maybe no. What is Nick's choice to use the Skelly pet versus the Ghoul pet?
We don't need the root on the ghoul. We want more damage from the skeleton.
There we go. That's the kind of bard song that I was hoping somebody would ask. Nick Snaw's got a question for you.
Yes, we do plan on having some kind of flourish or motif system.
Funny you should ask.
Zombie pet would be okay if you're just like tanking damage potentially, but we're not. Also, I don't know that the zombie properly applies that for some reason. I have to double check that. But we're basically fear kiting, right? OG classic fear kiting. So it's not needed.
Those of you that are just stopping in, game is still in development. We're working towards early access date of January 2026. We do run periodic open play tests. It doesn't cost you anything. So keep an eye out. They're typically stress tests. So, you know, depending on what we're doing, it may be something where the performance isn't perfect, but you can still come in and see what's going on. What else is there? You can go ahead and make an account and install and create a character now. Uh-oh.
I have fallen.
Oh, I thought
And I
that's
can't
what
get up.
happened. I thought that's what happened. Oh,
Oh my
wow.
god.
Thank goodness it wasn't me this time.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
So.
That's what I get for standing at the edge of the cliff, placing those torches, and then looking at the other screen for chat.
I looked up and I was like, I don't think I've ever seen anybody fall to death before, because I looked up and it was just like blue. Everything just went blue and it's a pretty blue. It just went just blue, disappeared. I was like, well, that was unusual. I wonder what he died. Yeah, he finally made his way down to me. Is solo and group content through clever use or class mechanics something you guys are fine with? Bar extreme cases, yes.
Fear duration is because it's like the first fear spell. But there will be higher tier fears.
Oh shit. Oh shit.
Wait, what happened?
Hmm?
Why'd you get a load screen?
Because I camped.
Uh,
I DA'd down and I camped, and then they followed me, and then I came back in.
I forgot that we were fighting.
So I'm curious if I can. I'm curious if I can just run up here now. Nope. Nope. I've hit an impassable area. Okay. Zidar, when you look at there's no like artificial constraint put on, or no, there's no artificial differentiator between solo and group content. It's really just the way that the NPC placements. What's a concise way of saying this? Well, the concise way is there's no artificial constraint, right? Like there's not a chevron or anything. It's not like this mob is now set to be a group mob, so that you have to hit it with a group. Like when I'm in and I'm setting up a camp, usually there'll be some stragglers on the outskirts of the camp, kind of like what we're doing here, right? Like some of these patrol. Like the patrols right here on the ledge or whatever. The expectation is that, in theory, you could come up to a camp like this, and you'll find, or most camps, at least the ones I'm setting up, you'll find that there's probably something you could do as, a solo player, depending on your class naturally, or your skill level or loadout, or not loadout, but like. What clickies you may have or whatever, the usual shit. So there may be something for you to do solo, and then definitely something for you to do if you're in a duo like we are, and then of course camps for groups, right? So it's I tend to personally have an aversion to sort of strict sort of formulaic constraints, and instead it could be this area's got some camps where that whole setup works well. Another area may not really have much for you, and it's just kind of like you just go around and find the cool shit. It's supposed to feel like a world and not just a collection of systems. This is Glass Flats. We're on the southern edge of the zone. So there are a few camps up here. It's level 48. I mean, I think they're these guys, but this is already proving difficult enough. I'm trying to. I could bring up the camp list, I guess. But, I mean, this is fine. I'm enjoying this. If people are enjoying checking it out, it's kind of a it's just a chill duo. With all the focus on Fall Pass for so long, it's been a while since people have probably seen this one. It's true. That's the fun part. There's stuff going in all over the place right now where it's hard to keep up. Like, there's been work done over here. And I don't think you guys have probably seen any of it. Or none of you should be high enough level to have played it.
Yeah, no one's really played this in the current iteration of it.
What's that? Glass flats?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Watch your invis.
I was actually watching it so hard that I realized I was not watching where I was running.
Yeah, that's also, I guess, a good thing to watch.
Lasava said, I would not mind trying this iteration of the game, just saying.
I guess this is actually the spot, right? So.
Yeah, this is where we were.
So much for those torches now that it's daytime.
Oh, but they don't burn out, right?
I don't know what the timer is on those. Should probably be the same as a torch.
I gotta say, man, like, I just enjoy playing like this.
Yeah.
It just feels, you know what I mean? Like, it just feels comfortable.
Yeah.
We've got rabid people banging at the door. You can only hold these back for so long. Oh, man.
So, not a lot of XP so far.
Not a lot of XP. Yeah, we haven't, I mean, realize, I think we've mainly been killing light blues.
Yes. This was kind of a jump in mob difficulty around the 40s. We may have to look at. I wanted to come over here and try to kill some more of them and see how it went. Mm-hmm. See how the XP went with killing those. But yeah.
I wish it like, I shouldn't say this out loud. I'm gonna say it out loud. I wish it was easier to just be like, hit like a random button or have people click a button in chat and then, all right, we need 4 more people, and then have it just do a lottery system and easily be able to get them in. You'd still have to patch and stuff, but wouldn't that be fun?
There's a bot like on Twitch that does stuff like that, like a lottery bot.
Yeah, like so we can handle that part. What about the getting them in part? Like,
Oh, that's easy
just
enough.
flagging, right?
Yeah, just give me your email address. Yeah.
Oh, interesting. I actually had this on my like mental list of things to ask you guys about. Oh shit, friggin'. He's a little bit higher level. He should be what, blue? Light blue as well. Oh shit. Okay. Dang.
Guy's definitely higher level though.
Yeah, naming wise, I remember him being of the ones that are here. He's the higher level. Swanee said, or have some kind of Twitch authenticator if we can link their Twitch account to their M&M account. Yeah, if we could figure something out like that, like I know some people would, you know, if you get in, you'll love it, and if you don't get in, you'll probably be bummed. But it would be fair, it'd be random, and it would be awesome to be able to do that on streams. Like that would be really, really cool. That, no bullshit, it was on my list of things to ask about. Not to mention the side effect of increased viewership on stream. Yeah, I mean, bigger numbers, cool, I guess, but I don't really look at the number. I have it blacked out, so that way it doesn't, you know, I don't think about it. I learned that very early on. Because you make one, like, really cringy joke or whatever, and then you're, like, staring at the number. Oh, no, it went down. Was it the joke? So I just turned it off years ago. But I guess bigger number is better. I get... Quatos. It's less about the quantity and more about the quality. I think you guys are really quality people. I appreciate you being here. Not just saying it. Swanee, if you can figure out how to make this happen really easily, I think the community would probably elect you best person on the team for February 2024. You would get the Employee of the Month award if you figure out how to make that happen easily. Happy Friday, Quados. Doing pretty good today. Thanks, Keith. Just running into this project today. Love the vibe of the game. Hell yeah. Caltech, it is always nice to run into people who have never seen the game before. Do you have all the information do you need? What did I just say? Was that even English? Do you have all the information do you need? I gotta get out of Europe. Do you have all the information you need? Here's our mailing list. Here's our Discord. Here's our website. You can watch VODs on YouTube. Like going to America make you any better at English? You trying to make fun of the fact that I'm from the South? Words are hard. Just sign up to a newsletter, keep track. Right on. Our Discord, you know, if you do that, our Discord's actually pretty chill, friendly. Lich behaves himself a little bit better these days. Just don't ask for a map. Don't ask for a map. Or ask us to remove the death penalties. Oh, this guy's got a fancy cape on.
I didn't know prospects get capes. I thought you had to earn that.
It's not a good cape.
Yeah, dusty old cape.
He's dressing for the job he wants.
Yeah, he is a prospect after all. He's gotta dress the part.
Yeah. He doesn't have a weapon, but he has a cape. You've been called old more in that Discord than anywhere in my life? Not in our Discord. Everybody on our Discord's old as shit. Oh, Pantheon Discord's not chill. They should put a rule saying kill silly may happen, please work it out. No hate speech. They should... Oh, no hate speech and people are losing their minds. Oh man, it's gonna be... Well, they're gone. They're just...
I hope it's the good gone, not the bad gone.
The cape. The cape. So what's going on in their Discord? Is it just sort of, is it because they're getting a lot of like younger people or people from like Steam, or is it just, you know, some of the old... Swanee? That's a lot of text. I don't know if I'm gonna... Looks like they just hit a critical mass of people, a little unprepared for it. We just need to aggressively ban people. Quatos, that's what I think. Okay, that's what I was wondering. He said, I'm 1000% certain it's because funds were taken so people feel like they get a voice in game development. Yeah, that's why we didn't take any of your money. Keep all of your opinions to yourself. That's not what you're here for. If you're not here to say nice things and then just shut up, you're on the wrong stream. Dargith, stop talking.
I do like that we have a our Discord's really chill for the most part.
It is, right? Like, I think, I mean, but that's also, I do believe that's partially just because, yeah, part of it is we haven't taken money. Part of it is, like, we just tell people to stop, or we're gonna ban them and their whole family. It's because you have Elf Court. You'll be taken on trial and t-shirts will be made about your crimes.
I think one big thing is having a stance on like boxing and all that stuff, like all those major topics, which is our stance is just like have different rule set servers. Because if you don't really have a solid answer on it, then the same old topics just keep appearing and keep repeating, and people fight about it for years and years.
And it's not like, it's not, you know, I'm not saying any other Discord is. I'm just saying in ours, I think it also helps not to be wishy-washy. It's just like, this is our stance. Well, but well, but you know, yeah, okay, cool. No one's gonna play your game if that's your stance. Well, then why are you here? Fuck off.
Why not placate that second one in the back?
Okay. Alright. Where did I even put that 9? I'm fairly certain I put some pathers here.
Yeah, we're gonna move. All right, come over this way, Mr. Prospect.
All right, follow us.
Okay. Yes.
We have capes. We're handing out capes. You know what? Cooltech said something else that I also agree with. For any online community, you have to ban for vibes. It's not about the rules, but the fit. Lesson hard learned for myself making game communities over the years. I agree with that. And, you know, some people you just got to take aside and ask them, like, what is your problem? The occasional DM to let somebody know that they're about to get a 5-generation ban. What is your major malfunction, Private Pile? Oh my gosh. You just send him a DM. Excuse me, were your parents related?
Fortunately, I've only ever had to ban one person from the Discord. I mean, other than like the bots and spamming and the dick spamming and
That was hilarious.
Oh, yeah.
Did you? I mean, but you're talking about a separate instance. Like we just had those the other day, like a few weeks ago or whatever. It was just funny because it was like, oh no. Like our Discord is primarily a bunch of like 35 to 60-year-old dudes. So you drop some images of dongs in the Discord. However, will we recover? But yeah, we haven't, like, I think Discord banned non-bots, I don't know, 2 or something? 3? And here in chat, over the course of 4+ years, I think it's only been like 5 or 6 people. And one of them totally didn't deserve it. I feel bad still. Tab targeting kid, if you're out there on a different account, I'll unban you if you just remind me of who you were.
Did he not like tab targeting or something?
He was just like not into it, and he was very clear about how the game was going to fail if we had tab targeting. And then we talked for a little bit, and then he just kept going on and going on, and he wanted action combat, Platos. He wanted just action combat. Tab targeting, dead game. Yep. I missed some stuff up here. Goblin said, I find people that get heated, listen, and chill once a team member steps in. The amount of this game isn't for everyone is true. I think can be a bit whiplash to a lot of people who are used to player count being the only metric. That makes sense. People are like, I mean, early on, we did have a fair number of conversations with people. Like, that conversation just doesn't really happen as much anymore. I think because so many of the community kind of know what's up. Or, I mean, I don't know, a lot of people just who aren't going to be into it don't check us out or something. But the number of people, like, if you do this, the game will never succeed. Conversations early on were like, okay, we're still doing it. You don't know till you try. But I don't know. Seeing people take an interest in Pantheon has been very heartening. I would say that I said this the other day, but just no bullshit. Looking at what we were projecting number wise and where we thought we were going to be starting, You know, because we figured we go into early access and the work begins, and we really keep making the game and try to build your trust and make a game that you enjoy, and we grind and we build the community, you know, kind of more starting there than beforehand. Like, we didn't have an expectation that we'd have 10,000 people in the Discord. We didn't. We were like, if we get a few hundred, a few thousand people playing in early access, that's a win. You know, right now it's kind of looking like, hey, if we can get, you know, looking at the number of people that have tried Pantheon, if we get a fraction of that just coming back month over month, you know, for a decent while, we're in business. We're doing good. We're doing better than we originally expected. Quato said, "I'll be excited for Eminem to make to take my Thursday spot whenever it's available." Yeah, that's gonna be awesome, man. Appreciate it. We want to take all your spots. Hand fist will kill the game. Like this and what Pantheon has going. Want to try Ashes, but I'm willing to drop 100 bones on EA. Yeah, I hear ya. Well, I mean, you know, to be honest, we want to get your $100 as well during EA, but 1 month at a time. No map, tab targeting, corpse runs, game sucks. Yeah, it's gonna be rough for some people, I think. I usually make the most boring dinners, but when I was looking for a recipe for no-bake oatmeal chocolate chip cookies at the doctor's office earlier today, I also found the most generic jalapeno shredded chicken casserole that I've ever seen since I left America, advertised to me as a recipe, and I was like, you know what, I'm gonna make that. Because Jasmine has not had some good generic American casseroles from me. And I whipped that bad boy up, and it was better than expected. I'm only burping it a little bit. Also want to ride a wasp, but I didn't know I wanted it. But after seeing it, it looks so good, I can't stop thinking about it. I was telling Jasmine about that earlier. I was like, man, I screwed up. I was describing the wasp to her. I was like, and its animations are so cute, and it's got its little legs dangling, and it's buzzing around all happy, and I'm on it on my gnome, and I'm like, ah, shit, you can't take that back, can you? Oh, no. Oh, that's not good.
Here, just stay back.
Yep. The most epic quest in the game, the wasp mount. Swanee said, this might sound basic and I'm not wearing Ugg boots or anything, but the Starbucks oatmeal pecan crunch latte tastes like an oatmeal cookie. I bet. Sounds delicious. Legends tell of the quest to obtain fabled riding wasp. Chip, be honest, I haven't checked Slack. Have I fallen down the rabbit hole with the mount thing?
Run back, run back, run back, run back. Oh, of course my feign death would fail.
Oh,
keep running, keep running.
Almost ran off a cliff. My problem is, oh no, we're out of runway, I think.
I just keep running. You placate that one behind you. Or, well, I guess if he's stopped, you don't need to do that. Unless he comes closer.
Okay. Okay. Well, this seems cozy. Right on, Chip. Did they not social aggro on me too? No, because I was out of their aggro range and I didn't do anything to actually implicate myself with Nick before he died.
The one that he was on the hate list for died, I guess.
Yeah. If you wear your Ugg boots when you come have dinner with us, that'd be pretty awesome, Swanee. And you gotta keep reminding me of the dates that you're gonna be here, all the way up until you get here, because I'm so scattered-brained. I will totally screw it up. Hotel recommendations in our area? No, because we never go to a hotel here, but we can research for you. If you're in Hamburg, there's one that I like there that's like an apartment hotel. It's not the fanciest by any means, but it's super convenient. Now, there's an Airbnb. I don't know how good it is, but there's an Airbnb like 4 or 5 apartments down. Ugh life. Yeah, just remind me and I'll find it for you, because we were gonna recommend it to my mom when she came. Ugh life. That reminds me, when we had the skate park, there was a kid named Doug that we told him we'd let him skate at the park for free for life if he got Doug Life tattooed on his stomach. He never pulled the trigger. Oh.
You placate that one?
Yeah. If I can. Okay, how about I just aggro him instead? So what are you guys saying? Pessimistic Squid still aiming for that Monsters and Memories tramp stamp. Yeah, but that offer does not stand to everybody that gets one. There's a lot of people wanting them these days. Did I not impart? I thought impart landed on your dude. It's hitting me, but I clearly have him targeted.
Really?
Yeah. That happened a couple times in a row. I thought I was just screwing up, but I mean, he's targeted. Let me get enough mana, I'll try again.
Yeah. Or just do like a slash cast. See what happens.
Blitz maybe onto something. Do you think it was like a... But it should have just given me a LOS message, right? Like if...
Yeah, I think it should have given you an LOS message. I don't know that it would ever do that.
I noticed that he disappeared at one point. Like he wasn't showing in the unit frames. And then he kind of popped back up.
Probably some kind of targeting bug.
Let me see.
Hey, what happens when I feign?
See? I had him targeted, and it just popped it on me. Let me reload. What's the GM mana spell?
Slash heal.
But I never remember that. Anyway, now I hit after reload. What is the pit of white sand down the cliff? Salt flats. We've got salt flats throughout the glass flats. They'll be getting a new texture. At some point we'll probably tweak the effects and stuff as well. But they are salt flats. And if you go down, there's a little camp of salt gatherers that you can meet. Gnomish meth mines. Bath salts. As someone that was born in Florida, I felt that we needed the obligatory bath salt area. It'll be full of zombies. Can you slash lick them? Potentially. Acadius. Hey, what's going on? Thanks for the follow. Have Nick recast the pet spell, keep the pet targeted, and see if the bug happens again. The Sava says maybe Feign Death drops the target, but the UI doesn't reflect that. Well, it felt like his pet just disappeared at one point because it disappeared from my target, like my actual target, disappeared from his bar, but was still around. Sorry, I just keep getting excited and running up. Liz said, I remember bugging during some playtest. I'd tab target and it would say I was on mob A, but the spell would hit mob B. Yeah, this was weird. He just, like, it didn't recognize him as being targeted. Otherwise, it would have given me an error instead of just hitting myself, right? Because the behavior seems more indicative of, I don't have a target, so it's just hitting on me. Swanee said, I'm excited to see Panth ultimately fall off that cliff while trying to run and reach at the same time. Man, Panth's one of those guys that I really hope when he like plays the game that he has a good time. It's been so long in the making. How would you say that if you weren't trying to make everybody giggle? So long in the making? And then I just placated myself. And I swear I had him targeted. I swear. A long time coming? Yeah, there you go. So long in the making, a long time coming. Anyways, I hope Panth enjoys it. We may not be here today if it wasn't for Panth. And Nick's pet may not be here at all if I don't heal it soon. Played with him a couple playtests ago and he really had a good time. Right on. So it's like getting over the little fears. Of, what if nobody likes it, and the next, it's like, okay. The next big thing is hopefully everybody still has such a good time and keeps up the good attitude and all that stuff once they've got like a lot more, they have the ability to access the game whenever. That's kind of a big deal. That was a pretty cool visual, a spell in the dark like that. Yeah, I felt like that one had like a little, you could see the light earlier as well, which was kind of neat. Just realized, did you make the grunting sounds? That Vic, in real life, or? Nope. Liking the crystals in the distance makes me want to check it out. Right on, Sna. They'll probably be a little different in the final version, but doing something to kind of catch the eye like that makes sense. Oh yeah, that was just the effect. Cage-matic. Yeah, it's a solid style. What's up, Golden Pineapple? Crescent's, yeah, it's been pretty fun tonight. It's interesting spot between the camps. Still a little treacherous. Not that either of us would ever fall off the cliff, but you could fall off the cliff. I'd say, Tannhauser, before you update your schedule too much, just let's keep an eye on how things are going this year. Excuse me. Casserole. That'd be rad if some people were just running by. See them down there, the lights. Or be running by, see the lights up on the cliff, right? We won't go live until we hire Liz as official ogre greeter. We may that may be an opportunity. How meaningfully do weapons impact pet DPS, Nick?
Decent amount, not as much as before. A pretty good amount, I would say. Weapons do proc. If the weapon is a proc weapon, it can proc pet using it. You'll be able to equip them with stuff. You just can't right now. It's like a bug. You can only equip them with weapons, but you'll be able to equip them with like equipment.
Oh no. How did you guys decide on your art style? It's really unique. Early on, when we were playing on P99 with old, before we even thought about the project really, but part of what made us think about the project was playing on P99 with the old character models and the shadows on. We're like, what if we just kept the art like very old style, chunky, very distinct shapes, but then really focus on making dope textures. And that was the idea initially. And then what happened was the first year we didn't have any artists, so we contracted a couple things, and then you know, just kind of looked at it, did some iteration. But then going in year 2, Goblin came on the team, and we got Zukin and Pattis, and it's like boom, right there, artists. And then Goblin's done just a ton of work on a lot of the aspects of the art style, and then the characters are Zukin, Pattis's environments. And so just those guys banging their heads together with us kind of with the original intent, and is where we've arrived at where we're at. So, and a lot of this discussion and back and forth, and whose idea was the pill. I think there's like a default pill. I don't know if that's a Unity thing or an Ollie thing, and from that point forward we just started making pill everything, pill bats and pill. That was just that first year we didn't have any artists, so I was like, I don't know, I'll just start making goofy shit. Then we started animating it, and then we got artists. But yeah, like Goblin reached out to us and was just like, here, check out these character concepts. I tried to get another team that you guys would even know the name of. Not Pantheon though. And anyway, I guess he had tried to get them to listen, and they didn't listen. And but he showed us the concept, and we're like, all right, we're listening. And he's like, check out my art. And then we're like, we went to his website, and it's like, this guy draws dicks on goblins. that was like, I don't know, man. There's an awful lot of goblin peen on this website. And then, I think we asked him about it right away. And we're just like, all right, so what's going on here? There's a lot of penises, and he's like, I don't know, man. I'm just into them, and I was like, all right, that sounds good. Then we're good. I didn't know what to expect from goblins. I had a very different take on goblins before I met Goblin. Yeah, that was that. He had a good answer. He had a great site and just great art and cool attitude, and so it was easy, man. The team's pretty magical. Perfect storm, mechanics, art coming together. Yeah, appreciate it, K-Tronic. First M&M convention win. Want to start the annual Beerstein collection. Keep up the amazing work, noble sirs. Sapporo Matori, thank you very much. Hey, let's try to make it to early access, and then if you guys, I mean, you know, if a decent number of you subscribe for the first year, then we could probably even pull off like a early access first fanfare, probably even. If you're gonna draw PPs, you better have a good answer. I don't know. I think there's probably a decent range of answers in that. Oh, geez. Pessimistic squid. Now you're going too far. Pineapple. Goblin says, I feel like I need to tell my side of that because I don't know. I'm into Goblin Peen as a shorthand isn't that great of a defense. I'm fairly certain that's what you said. Goblin Bees. Lisava. Kazushi 0702. Hello. You've walked in at a wonderful time. Liz. Oh man, it's Friday. You guys are getting crazy. OG Ponytail, thank you for the follow. It's not you, is it, Georgeson? Did you miss a playtest announcement? Sneaky Feats, no. Dev Tease. Oh my gosh, that's a great title for the stream. Dev Tease. Will we be able to slam the annual sub up front or just monthly at first? Monthly, 3 months, 6 months, I think we've discussed. 1 year seems kind of, that's a lot to ask. I don't know. What do you think, Nick?
I thought we had 3, 6, 12, but...
Really? Okay.
Could be wrong.
No, you're probably right. I was thinking there were 3 options, but you know what? I was probably thinking 3 options including 1 month. And you're thinking of it correctly. 3 options on top of 1 month.
Or maybe it's 1, 6, 12 or something. I don't know.
No, you guys can't. 5-year, 10-year. That's nice of you, but like that wouldn't be good. Because then what if something happens? Aside from as many as possible, what would be an ideal subscriber base that you're targeting for early access? I mean, depends on what you mean by ideal. Ideal would maybe be like a slower ramp up to give us time to get all the kinks out of the system and blah blah blah. But we'll be in a good position, Ralos, if originally we were targeting if we just had a few thousand, we'd be able to go from there. Because right now we've got no money, so any money coming in is a nice bonus. And we thought, okay, if we can start small, then we can work out the kinks before we get more, and then we'll just try to work and get more. Looking at the success Pantheon's had, if we could get, if we get 10 or 20,000 subs for a while, then we're able to start rolling our dudes into full-time. Full-time contractors, and start taking care of some of the team, that type of stuff. So even like hitting that would be, that's been our target for like success forever. It's like, hey, if we get 10 or 20,000 subs, that's a hell of a great start for us. If we get more than that, great. But we're really doing a lot of discussion right now behind the scenes on ensuring that we've got a good plan, a strategy for how to scale servers, and potentially collapse them back down as needed, pretty smoothly. But like customer service tools, it's a big deal. We want to make sure that we're providing an excellent quality of service on top of like a really solid MMO game. So CS tooling, making sure that we've got tech support for you guys. We're able to process bugs in a good, timely manner, process petitions in a timely manner, all that type of shit. So, just numerically speaking, I mean, hell, if it started out small, if everybody just wanted to kind of like be tentative, or people are scared of a sub, we'd still be fine with just a few thousand, and we'll ramp up from there. Our goal is to earn your business long term, you know what I mean? We're not just trying to get your money quickly. So, if people are like, oh, I'm going to come back in 6 months, or come back in a year or whatever, that makes sense. Or I don't want to play early access. Cool, but... Goblin says, I don't know, I was just coming off of my dropping out of my Bachelor's of Fine Arts. So a lot of my goblins felt like they were truly natural, nude, not naked, and uncaring, influenced by those who might think it's uncultured or crass. A lot less weird when you've been drawing nude models for a couple years or 20 people. It was, dude, it wasn't weird at all. Hopefully it didn't come off like I was saying it was weird. I thought it was cute, to be honest with you. Like, it's honestly, having spent a good part of my youth in Germany, like, full frontal nudity is not like a weird thing. The Germans are always naked all the time, mostly. They're just... See? Right there, even. Just wandering around, no clothes on. So, it's not even a weird thing. When will you be able to play this? Clay, 4,165. Here's a FAQ. LMAO, I never got that impression. It does beg the question, and also you guys took a chance on someone who drew Goblin Peen, so I mean, props to you guys. Well, I mean, you're a fantastic artist. I've spent the better part of my adult life around video game artists, and you came along and I was like, hey guys, check this out, and we were all like, wow, man, this guy's really good. And it's like, yep, legit. I mean, it was a weird year, to be honest. We went from really just like it just being us dicking around in Blender and having capsulemen and stuff to like within the span of a year, you know, or year and a half, we got talented. We put out like, hey, programmers, anybody want to help? We got talented programmers. We got talented environment, character artists, concept artists doing beautiful illustrations. Robert appeared and was like, hey, I want to work on the game. So we had badass music. Like, it just, I don't know, man. I hope you guys keep up the GM shenanigans when it goes live. I love that stuff. Our culture is our culture. Like, we're not looking to turn into like some sort of adult corporate entity. Our vibe is our vibe. Yeah, Robert's insanely talented. Robert's a lucky find. Dude, the whole team's a lucky find. If you build it, they will come. That's, people have been saying that for years, and it's definitely been the case with regards to the team.
You placate that one behind us?
Yeah. Obviously, because Robo's just go to hiring people waiting for my game access. Yeah. Keep buttering me up, buddy. We don't have the game access thing hooked up yet. Oh, I'm out of mana. Tannhauser said, belated congrats, Nick. I'm sure life at home is busy, but great with the little one.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
Your first kiddo? Cage-matic. Nick's got a full group now. Sorry to interrupt you. It is that's yours to answer. Sorry, Nick.
Yeah, no, the second kid now.
Nick's got a boy and a girl now. Like the full set. Well, all right. It's a good play, Kate. The Higgs Bison, thank you for the follow. What are we currently testing we're playing at level 48. So we're just getting a feel for like how some of the formulas and stuff have scaled, and we've never played up here. At least I've never played up here. So checking that out. Nick, what else?
Checking out this camp, checking out pathing over here. Just seeing how experience feels. Everything, really.
Yeah, it's 60. Jordan, yeah, he was super placated. Liz says, I know one of the huge winning points other than that it really has captured my game itch is the fact that unlike so many others, you haven't done a give us money for bait and switch. We're playing the long game, lady. Do you have a favorite class so far, Nick?
I like Cleric. Fighter was fun. Yeah, I do enjoy Cleric quite a bit. So I'd probably say that.
What about me? I've enjoyed Cleric. I enjoyed Fighter as well early on when I was actually playing it. Inquisitor is interesting. I want to play some more of that. What else? I think anytime I've gotten on a class so far and played around for a bit, I've had a decent time. I'm trying to think if there's anything I've played where I was like, but there've been plenty that I just haven't played. So. I don't remember where he paths exactly. Probably down the middle. Oh, that's perfect. Are you able to talk about social systems, group finder, like Windows, or are we shouting in chat? You're shouting in chat, but we're providing a looking for group, looking for member tool eventually. And we're also going to have a social ledger. So if you've grouped with people, you can see kind of who you've grouped with, and you know, like who is that I was grouped with last weekend or last night or whatever, I forget. You can kind of go through and see who you've played with and then flag them, maybe add a note, friend them, stuff like that. So damn, he's getting worse. No, he's an actual blue. Social credits where you downvote people, upvote people, and they have a number beside their name so everybody knows who to avoid. Oh no, that's so exploitable. Maybe client side only. You can have your own little private social credit score. No, Goblin, if I'm not mistaken, we've always talked about... Oh, shit. Oh, shit. Oh no. Oh, gosh. He's gonna die. Nah, he's got it. Hang in there. Kazushi0702 said, Nick, you may not remember, but in the early pre-alphas, you guys were still building Wormsbane. I had dinged level 4 on my Cleric, and I didn't have my next heal that you cast, then procs like 10 seconds later, and you handed it to me in trade. Good memory for me. Thank you. We were pushing that dungeon. So fun. Oh.
You're welcome. Good times. Early days. You got a placate for this one again? Oh. Oh, it's not good.
Oh no. Oh no.
So,
Oh.
I think we're kind of getting owned by this guy because he's partially resisting dots so much, and that's not even supposed to happen. So.
Okay.
Yeah, good call on that. Yeah, it was possible.
He's coming. I see him coming down the hill. He's coming down the hill. Oh no, I don't think I'm gonna make that. Oh no, they're coming.
Yeah, what happens if I stand up? They're coming for you.
Yeah, yeah. At least I know where I'll find where to find my corpse. If only I could have healed myself. I'm glad they came down and found me, though. I'm proud of them.
I have to give you a GM res so I can see where your experience was at.
Right at the end. Handsome.
What's your experience at?
Just over. I'm like what, 20% into Bubble 2.
Yeah. Some stuff to tweak here with the dots and stuff. Kinda challenging.
I'd love to come back here with a full group. There's some named in there. Swanee, I'd have to look. I don't know. I don't know where a single hotel is by name. Borlek said, so early access in a year is the plan. How complete would the world be under that plan, or would it be bug fixing and adding classes after? Classes will be there. World is this region and the couple of zones up in Califrey, the Wood Elf area, etc. We've got a list. We've got a list on FAQ. So it's more about being systems complete and having a nice jump start on content for you guys, and then early access will be us adding a lot more content. G the Hair Bear, thanks for the follow. Oh, I forgot to actually mem some spells. Sorry. This guy should be pretty... Yeah, he's light blue. It should be pretty doable by us. They may get a a level change. These guys still need animations. Looks like. Oh, and here's that bug that I think John just posted screenshots of.
It's a pretty good bug.
Rigor mortis has set in. He's doing that thing where you aim your butt at the sun. It's supposed to reactivate your chakras. I've got to get Jasmine to watch It's Always Sunny. We may have to try that again soon. Well, guys, we're creeping up on 11 o'clock. Is anybody streaming that I should raid? Should I raid somebody?
Steve rushed.
Is he there? Cool. Alright. So what we're going to do is I'm going to say goodnight and wish you guys a wonderful weekend. But then we're going to raid. So if you'd like, stick around and you can see some art in action. ZBrush is one of our character artists. He's actually a pretty experienced character artist. I worked with him at King's Isle back in like 2011, 2012-ish. So you can check in and see some art getting created. Give him a little support. That's always nice. But I'm going to say goodnight. I'll get the VODs up quickly again this weekend. I'm proud of myself for doing that in the last couple of weeks. You guys have a wonderful weekend, and I will see you on Wednesday. But yeah, stick around, and we'll rate them in a minute. Sna, you're very welcome. Dozakar, have a great weekend yourself. Chaz Solo, hey, thank you. See ya, Eric and Keith. Yeah, I'm glad I'm feeling better too. See ya, Swanee, Liz Biscuits, Tsunami-san, Zedar, Qualtech, you're very welcome. Thank you for asking questions. It helps us. See ya, XV.
See ya, chat.
See ya, Nick.
See ya.
See ya, Gilmere. Later, Lich. Crescents. See you, buddy. See you, Poon. Later, Viro. All right, let's start the raid. Filter, find, ZBrushed. Boom. Start the raid. And raiding now. All right, see you guys.